Hi, I'm Laurie White. I serve as Central Kentucky Local Food Coordinator for Community Farm Alliance.
And I'm Jennifer Weaver. I serve as the North Fork Local Food Coordinator for Community Farm Alliance. If you're not familiar with us, we are a 35-year-old organization focused on supporting small and family scale farms through advocacy, leadership development, and programs providing direct support to farmers markets, and other parts of our local food system.
Today, Jennifer and I want to tell you about a new tool that we are launching to further deepen and expand our support for Kentucky farms, which is the Kentucky Farm Profile. We want to accomplish a couple of things through this profile, one of which is to match up Kentucky producers with resources to help them meet the goals that they've established for their farming operations. And the second one is to match up for farms that are looking for new markets for their products, to better match them up with markets that are appropriate to their products and to their scale of production. And we want to acknowledge our partners in this work, the Kentucky Center for Agriculture and Rural Development, or KCARD, who are great resources for Kentucky farms in the areas of business planning, business development, and market development.
So as Lori is sharing her screen, once she gets set up, we will dig into the Kentucky Farm Profile so you can see what it looks like. And here we go. So you can see at the top of the page, there are 7 tabs. If you click on these tabs, that is one way you can move through the farm profile and fill out different sections of the profile. And one of the things we want to do is give you an overview of what's in each section so you know what to expect as you fill this out. The Personal tab asks for some personal information, who you are, what your farm name is, what your contact information is, and that sort of information. The Farm tab gets into what farm products you grow, the acreage that you're farming on, what certifications and registrations that you have. The Production section looks at what your growing methods are, what your labor practices are on your farm, production planning, production challenges, and that type of information. The Sales tab asks questions about sales and marketing. Where do you sell your products? How do you reach your customers? What online presence do you have? The Records tab looks at your record keeping. What records do you keep and how do you keep them? The Future tab asks questions about the goals that you have for your farm and what are some of the needs that you have in order to reach those goals. And then the final section is the Resources section. And this asks you about what resources you've used in the past, what resources you've tried to use but haven't been successful in using, and then what resources and technical assistance you need now in order to meet the goals for your farm.
So I'm going to give you a couple tips and tricks here on navigating this form. First, I'm going to let you know that we had several farms test this out for us and made some significant improvements to it and made it more user-friendly and improved our questions. Those farmers told us that it took them about 20 minutes to complete the whole survey. Also, they let us know that though this form can be completed on any device that is internet connected, those who did it on a mobile device like a smartphone had a little more trouble with it than on a laptop or internet connected desktop computer. So we'd recommend going the route of laptop, desktop, or even a tablet. Probably will be easier than smartphone. Jennifer already told you about the tabs at the top of the page where you can navigate between pages, but at the bottom of each page, you'll also have a couple of navigation tools. You have a back button and a next button so you can move between pages. At the bottom of each page, you also have a save button so that if you're interrupted and you need to save what you've done so you can come back and complete it later, you can click the save button and it will send a link to you by email that you can open and come back to your work. Also, on the last page, you have at the bottom of resources and technical assistance this green submit button, which is what you want to do when you've finished completing all your answers in the survey, is hit submit. But you will notice if you've missed any required questions, you'll get this red error banner. But how do you know if a question's required or not? Well, the required questions all have a little red asterisk next to them, like this farmer name question. So if you hit submit and you've missed any of the required questions, you'll get the red error message, and then it'll go back, and all the questions that you need to go back and fill will be highlighted in red like this. And that's your tips and tricks for the technology of doing this survey.
You may also explain what you need to do to prepare to fill out the profile. And really, it's not much. Most of the information you're going to have in your head anyway. We do have some optional questions on your farm logo, expenses, and sales. And if you choose to answer those questions, you'll need that information and access to your farm logo before starting the farm profile in order to do to smoothly complete the profile. And Lori mentioned that we had several farmers test drive this. So we just want to offer a very big and special thanks to David, Stephanie, Seth and Cheryl, Andy and Holly for helping us test drive this and make this a much better tool.
Thank you, thank you. Finally, we want to let you know that there is additional help available if you have trouble at any point. We have so enjoyed working with farms so far on this project and have learned a lot already. So we really want to help farms be successful in completing this form. So we've got our email addresses here. You can also call the Community Farm Alliance office if you have any trouble, whether that's trouble understanding questions or knowing how to answer them, or if it's just technology trouble that you're having. We are happy to help. Also, want to let you know that we're so appreciative of participation in this that we want you to be excited about it also. And so we've partnered with the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky to offer a couple of drawings. So during the months of January, February, and March, for everyone who's filled out the profile during that month, we'll have a drawing for 2 $100 gift certificates from Grow Appalachia's grower supplies. So that can be used towards things like soil amendments or irrigation supplies, or towards a high tunnel. So we hope that will that you'll get your answers filled out and turned in, and we can enter you for that drawing.
So thank you very much, and we look forward to hearing your farm stories.